Hey, what's going on everyone? Jeremy here with another video, and today we are going to be talking about NKN, new kind of network, a new blockchain. I guess it's not really new, it's been around for a little while, but is it or does it have the potential to take over Theta? We're going to talk about that today. Hi, my name is Jeremy, and if you want to follow along my journey as I build wealth for my family through crypto, silver investing, land investing, really any number of things, then subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you don't miss a thing. And remember, none of this is intended to be financial advice. I am merely a guy sitting in front of a computer talking to a camera. Let's get to it. So this is what we're talking about today. It's called NKN, a new kind of network. It is a blockchain. The way I can explain it, and there's a video on here that talks about it a little bit, but think about it like a new internet in a sense. One of the things that the guy was talking about in the video, and I believe it's just the video on this page somewhere, yeah, right here, is essentially the idea of getting rid of IP addresses, essentially. I mean, you still need them because this is running on top of the traditional internet, but it allows you to communicate within the NKN network without IP addresses using unique address codes. Think of it like a public key, just like on any blockchain you have a public key and a private key. So your address on the network would be that public key with a special identifier before it, sort of it's a friendly name. But what brought me to this, something that popped up on the radar just recently, and I'm going to get into all of this stuff here in a minute. This idea, Baidu-owned video streaming giant iQiyi. My understanding is that is a almost like a Netflix of China. They stream internet, or they stream videos and that kind of stuff, and they are starting to use NKN to help them stream that. Now, it's not in the same space, my understanding, that Theta is doing. You know, Theta is actually handling the actual streaming part of their video streaming platform. NKN is, think of it almost like a CDN, sort of like Amazon cloud services, that kind of thing. They're utilizing NKN as their CDN, basically, to store their network. But in a sense, it's similar to what Theta is doing as far as distributing the load across the network, but they're doing it in a different way. So the way that Theta works is they will basically, the video file is stored somewhere in the cloud, or I guess it could be on a blockchain somewhere, and you request that file and start streaming it. Well, later on, somebody else grabs and says, I want that file too, or that stream, that video too, but instead of going back to the CDN and getting a new stream, it sort of piggybacks off of your stream. Then obviously multiple streams as it builds out and more people watch that particular video. Now, NKN is more of a distribution of those resources across the web. As one of the largest video platforms, I don't even know how to say that, hopes to improve its user experience after joining forces with a public blockchain that enables bandwidth sharing. Freshly inked deal with the Beijing-based video platform to use the peer-to-peer infrastructure from new kind of network to help boost its speeds and reduce energy consumption on the network congestion. NKN's main focus is networking infrastructure in order to enable sharing of bandwidth and internet connectivity. Edge computing is critical for video streaming, game streaming, high-speed autonomous driving, AR, VR, all this stuff. During an April 1st trial, the teams noted a major increase in cash savings. And so this is essentially, I think, how they're doing it, is they are caching the content across the NKN network, which again is very similar to Theta. Now, I don't know if it's infringing on their patents. I would guess not, but it seems like a very similar solution to a problem. What I find interesting, and I posted a video a while back about the fact that I would like to see communication go to the blockchain. So texting and calls actually be on the blockchain in a secure fashion that's encrypted end to end, that can't be spied on by government. And so far, there's not a real good solution, but it almost looks like NKN could be that solution. They allow, and I would encourage you to go to nkn.org and go down here to where it says build your own software based on NKN. Now this is more geared towards a developer, so it might be a little confusing if you're not a developer, but towards the end of the video, they showcase a chat app that they have built on the NKN network, and it's fast. And essentially the way that it works is whenever you create an account or a node, they call it a client in this case, so think of it, if we're talking in the realm of chatting, each client or each person that was going to be texting would have their own unique public address with a friendly name attached. And so they did this, and so obviously you would have to get that to somebody at some point, you know, share, hey, here's my address, whether it's a QR code or sharing your contact information, whatever. But they were sending text messages back and forth over the NKN network I mean, it was almost instantaneous. And the interesting thing is that the NKN network, you can send text content over the network. You can also send binary content. You could essentially create a phone system built entirely on NKN. Now, I haven't quite hashed out how those transactions go through, if you have to spend NKN token to do that, or if it's just people sharing their bandwidth, just like the internet, they're sharing it for free. Stuff is happening on top of the blockchain because it's all encrypted and secured, but it's basically just everybody sharing their excess bandwidth, much like internet servers do today. If you go up here, there's a place under developers built with NKN page, and these are different things that have been built on top of the NKN network. File transfer, send files securely over the NKN network. But this thing right here, DChat, secure and anonymous chat. This talks about what I think could be the future of texting and communication. Secure and anonymous chat. DChat is a decentralized chat on the NKN network as an extension for Chrome and Firefox. There's no reason this couldn't be ported into a mobile web app that put an icon on your desktop and get chats and communications that way. And I haven't gone into the complete details of that communication and those messages, but my understanding right now is that all of that is done over the network using encryption, so that it's secured and encrypted on both sides of it. And then, of course, if we're looking at this as an investment, something that we're looking to purchase, I always like to go to CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko or one of those and look at the fundamentals of the token. And so you can see here it has a market cap of only 260 million, which is pretty low, 37 cents. Full disclosure, I do not own any of this. This is just sort of how I go through when I'm looking at different tokens or coins to purchase. Circulating supply, so this is 700 million, max supply of 1 billion. So if you followed any of my Theta videos, you know that Theta has a max supply of 1 billion. NKN is lower circulating supply right now and will be equal to Theta at some point. I don't know if this is going to be a Theta killer, but I think that what they're doing here is good. I don't know. We'll see. Big shout out to the Patreon supporters below. They are really what helped make this channel possible. I am still a huge proponent of Theta. If you haven't purchased Theta yet, there's a video right over here on how to purchase Theta in the United States. Go check that one out. I'll see you over there.